Secret Superstar, which is this Hindi film which is co-produced by and co-starring Amir Khan. A young girl who co-starred with Khan in Dangal. She stars as somebody who has big dreams about becoming a singing star. She's got a guitar, she writes songs, she sees a talent show on television that she's desperate to be involved in, and that's what she wants to do. However, she lives with her mother and her younger brother, and the father, who is away at work a lot. And when he comes back, he's abusive, he's violent, he's somebody who is, a villainous character, and the whole family is completely under his thumb. At school, there's this kind of nerdy kid who's clearly in love with her, but she still feels lonely and she wants to sing. When she asks her dad for permission to take place in the talent show, he doesn't listen because he's too busy terrorizing her mother. So she then buys a laptop and says, look, maybe you could upload your songs to YouTube. But what she does in order to disguise herself is she wears a burqa, she performs as Secret Superstar, and she becomes a mysterious internet sensation. The next thing you know, she's being approached to take part in a great big movie production, but obviously she can't do that because she's somebody who's not allowed to, to leave her home. She's somebody who nobody knows who she is. So essentially, if you can imagine Hannah Montana, but dealing with violent domestic abuse, arranged marriage, gender-selective pregnancy termination, divorce law, property law, wow, and doing all of it with songs which make you want to laugh and cry at the same time, and with a supporting performance by Amir Khan, which is really, really sort of scene-stealing and really, really funny, a terrific central performance by Zara Wasim as Insia, the young girl. It's been described, it said it's a film about the empowerment of the girl child, but unlike Dangal, which is the film I mentioned before, which was about daughters from the point of view of the father, this film goes one step further, where the protagonist is a 14-year-old girl from a small town in India, and it's her voice that we're hearing, her point that we're seeing. I loved this film. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well played and really well balanced. I mean, what it did was, on the one hand, you have this kind of fantasy narrative about seeing a TV show in which, you can be a star, you can be a star, you can become famous. On the other hand, it has these really, really down-to-earth subjects that it deals with. It doesn't shy away from them. It deals with proper issues. It is absolutely a girl power story. It is about the central relationship between a daughter and a mother, and it's quite clear that that's what it's about. It has this kind of ridiculous figure of this superstar who is a judge on a TV show, who is an outrageous and ridiculous and pompous caricature, who's very, very funny. It also has this sort of young, very, very sort of tender, burgeoning romance, which is, I thought, beautifully observed in a kind of, what's the way you describe it? Maybe like a sort of Gregory's Girl sense of, something that actually felt like, like you could believe, you could believe in it. And songs which were sort of swept away. And I really, it's about two, I think it's two. I saw it without an interval. There is an interval in it, but when they played it at the press show, they played it without an interval. And I think it was 2 hours, 40 minutes, or 2 hours, 30 minutes, something like that. And the time just swept by. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was terrific. It was really well played and really, really likable. And I'm a big fan.